dinner. At this time, I am pleased to introduce Travis Duval from United Insurance and our very own board member, Jen Daigle, our Masters of Ceremonies for this evening.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Travis.
And I'm Jen. And we'll be your Masters of Ceremonies for the evening. Welcome to the Greater Area Fort Kent Chamber of Commerce 72nd Annual Dinner Meeting. Tonight, we celebrate another successful year of service by our Chamber of Commerce to the communities of the Upper St. John Valley.
Thank you all for coming tonight. This is the first time Jen and I have ever gone through this. 3 years ago, I remember when we were going to do this together, and we're cousins for those that don't know. She said, we need to have a meeting at Lakeview, we need to review the whole thing, and so I did. I showed up at Lakeview and we reviewed the whole thing, and we went through, and she was a nervous wreck. And then after she was a nervous wreck that day, she said, before the event, we need to have lunch at Walker's Pub, and we were going to review the whole thing, and we did that as well. And she says, what are you going to say? And I said, I'm just going to say whatever comes to my mind. And she's like, I don't trust you. So the second year that we did this, which was last year, she said, we're just going to do Walker's Pub, and we're going to work it through. So we had lunch at Walker's Pub, and we looked at it, and then we talked about cousins things for about half an hour. This year, I called her up today, and I said, hey Jen, what time do I have to show up? And she said, oh my God, we never worked through what we have to say. And I said, no, we'll be all right, I'll just say whatever comes to my mind. So that's where we are tonight. I usually have a copy sitting with me at my table, but we don't. So if you see a little facial cues, that's us saying that we need to come say our stuff. This is the honest truth. So here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, with that said, please stand as Hayden Associate sings our U.S. national anthem.
Ton et ta valeur. Deux fois trempé, protégera nos foyers et nos droits. Protégera nos foyers et nos droits.
Thank you, Peter and Shania. Now I'd like to call upon Justin Dubois to deliver the invocation.
Don't make cases though.
Allow me your first program change for the evening. As most of you can tell, Deacon Luis was supposed to be doing the invocation today. This is what happens when he's sick and he's also my boss. So we'll start in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Loving God, bless all those gathered here today as we come together in friendship and fellowship. Thank you for the blessings of our individual and collective God-given gifts. Place in our hearts the desire to make the difference to our families, to our community, to our country, and to the many cultures and people worldwide. Give us balance in times of distraction and uncertainty. Help us move toward our goals with determination and always with an abundant sense of humor. Thank you for the food in the world where many only go hungry. For our faith in the world where many only know fear. For friends in a world where many only know loneliness. Please bless the food we are about to share, those who prepared it, and those who serve it, and those who have worked to make today the special occasion that it is. For all of this we give you thanks. Amen.
Thank you, Justin.
Put it in a box.
In a few moments, our caterer and the National Honor Society students from Fort Kent Community High School will assist with appointing tables in order for you to serve yourselves and enjoy the wonderful dinner that has been tastefully prepared by the Chamber of Commerce member, Country Farmers Market. So soon we will eat, and please enjoy.
Yeah, I get it. You got this way, you got numbers. Otherwise. Number 9. Ryan, number 9. Or 6. Honor 6.
I'd like to thank, and if you could please join me in thanking Country Farms Market for the delicious meal they just served for us. And also all the students walking around helping them, the National Honor Society students, Katie Hebert, Carson Terrio, Sydney Philibrook, Caitlin Daigle, Zach Shassy, Eden Parody, Lacey Pelletier, Emily Millette, Riley Sibley, Maya Eno, Gabby Martin, Sam Albert, and Macy Albert. Thanks to all of you for your time. And of course, thank you to the bartenders once again, Mr. Peter Saucier, Diane Saucier, and Jill Jandro. Before we continue with the program, I would like to invite our Fort Kent Town Manager, Susie Parody, and Justin Dubois to come up and speak to us about America's First Mile.
Chief Pelletier.
Good evening, folks. Don't worry, we didn't come up here to sing. Sing much We're here before you tonight on behalf of America's First Mile Advisory Committee. Where we started, many of you are aware of all the work that has gone into the American First Mile Monument, which is located at the start of US Route 1 that connects Fort Kent to Key West. This vision began with John Freeman in 2008 when he contacted local individuals to form a committee to create the Way to Go Fort Kent proposal with a focus on Fort Kent as a travel destination. Those who might not know John Freeman, he owns the Rib Crib. For those who don't, sorry about that. This committee of volunteers spent many hours raising funds to match Town of Fort Kent's designated funds that resulted in the registered area, America's First Mile trademark and logo, and the America's First Mile monument that focuses on travel destination. In 2004, an economic development revitalization group assembled after the fires that destroyed several businesses in the downtown. The mission of this committee was revitalization, business attraction, job creation, and retention within downtown and the town as a whole. Shortly after the creation of this committee, it was realized that both the Revitalization Committee and the America's First Mile Committee had similar visions and goals, so the two groups merged, and what is today is the America's First Mile Committee.
So I'm here to tell you guys about where we are today. So today we're a board comprised of 10 committee members, and the mission for the committee is to foster responsible and controlled economic growth and ignite sustainable tourism for the town of Fort Kent through America's First Mile brand. In 2018, the AFM committee decided to move forward with the creation of a 3-minute video to use as a recruitment tool to attract people to the area, as well as professionals and tourists. The purpose of the video is to showcase some of our fine attributes and what we have to offer, to show people where we are with examples of the beginning of US Route 1, our unique and beautiful outdoors during the different seasons, and finally, our people, and what makes us who we are and why we're so great. In the early winter of 2019, the America's First Mile Committee hired a video production team to film the greater Fort Kent region. The team chosen was a brother and sister duo in Chris Bernier of Los Angeles, California, who is a producer for Hulu, and his sister Liz Saucier of Yarmouth, who is a producer for LL Bean. Chris and Liz are cousins of Curtis Saucier, and their father was Clint Bernier, who grew up in the Fort Kent area and raised his family in Long Island, New York. In short, this was something that they wanted to do to give back to the community that they visited often and loved. In their words, they feel like the Fort Kent area is their hometown, even though they never actually lived here. This was their way of giving back. I want to thank all of those that were involved in the creation of this video. It's been a year of hard work and dedication to really showcase what Fort Kent has to offer and who we are to the rest of the world. For those that were in the video, thank you for taking the times out of your days. It's been a full year of production for us to capture everything that we wanted to, and to put everything that we needed in a 3-minute video of why we're so great was very difficult. So with that, I'd like to reveal the first 3-minute video that we have for America's First Mile.
There is a very special joie de vivre, love of life, that you see and experience with the people here in Fort Kent.
It's a wonderful place because of the energy of the people and the can-do attitude of the people and the beautiful seasons.
The pace is slower here, the area is very safe, and as my children often remind me, they're very happy to have grown up here.
Fort Kent has been a place that I've always called home, and when my husband had first come up here for the first time, he said this was the first moment that he knew what the word home meant because of how he felt when he came here.
I don't think community is a strong enough word to describe Fort Kent. I really feel like it's a family. It's just a great place to grow up.
I've had an opportunity to live in many different places, and one of the things that is most unique here is the way that the community comes together.
The people are what make Fort Kent. They are always friendly and very helpful, and it's like being part of a big family here.
I would say people up here are looking out for each other. It's not just that they're friendly, they'll wave to you or something like that, but people are genuinely interested in making sure that everybody in the community is doing well.
Acadian culture is warm, welcoming, and that's kind of what makes the area special.
Fort Kent's a community that provides so much opportunity for us. There's not too many places that you can go to where you can ski, you can golf, you can go to another country within 2 minutes.
For people who are active in the outdoors, this is your Mecca. This is the paradise for you. The winters are awesome here in Fort Kent.
There's lots to do if you find yourself adventurous, whether you do skiing or snowmobiling, the Can-Am dog sled races. There's plenty to do in the winter months.
Go out skiing all day or snowmobiling all day, and then you go to one of the local bars and have some time to relax and warm up by the fire.
Snowmobiling is a big part of the winter industry, but all these snowmobile trails are converted to ATV trails in the summer, so there's hundreds, if not thousands of miles here in northern Maine. It's a lot of fun.
Summers in Fort Kent are amazing. There's so many resources and lakes and rivers all around us. Opportunities to go hiking, to go boating, to go fishing. There's just a nature's wonderland in our backyard, and we're very lucky to have that.
My favorite season is actually the fall season, just because of the colors and how things change so drastically from the beautiful summer to the white winter.
It's just very vibrant and beautiful. There's a lot to do. The food of that time of the year is a lot of fun to eat as well. The colors up here during that time of the year are just magnificent. And I had somebody describe it to me the other day, saying it was like a kaleidoscope of colors, and it truly is. It's just beautiful.
Cherish it while you're a part of it. That's really what it's all about. Fort Kent is a very special place. Great place to grow up, great place to raise a family, great place to run a business. It's everything that you would want.
It gets circulated, and we begin with the marketing process. America's First Mile video will be placed on the Town of Fort Kent's webpage, and a link will be shared on social media. This is where every one of you can help promote our area by sharing the video from Facebook or from our website. One of our marketing strategies of America's First Mile is to focus on advertising outside of Aroostook County and to create a 2,300-mile travel experience along the entire U.S. Route 1 corridor, leading to the end of Route 1, Key West, Florida. The inclusion of other communities from other states will enhance our efforts and new opportunities to attract people to experience the coastal Route 1 and visit the greater area of Fort Kent. This video will be used as an attraction or recruitment tool by our sponsors, such as the University of Maine at Fort Kent, Northern Maine Medical Center, and Fish River Rural Health, to draw professionals and tourists to our area. I want to thank Chris, Liz, and their staff for video production. A huge thank you to the sponsors we have to date: Northern Maine Medical Center, UMFK, Fish River Rural Health, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Frank Martin & Sons, Katahdin Trust Company, North State Federal Credit Union, Pelletier Florist Greenhouse and Garden Center, Roy Auto Parts, SW Collins, First Mile Brewing. Anyone wishing to sponsor can speak to Justin, Steve, or myself. We thank you, and let's begin our marketing of our greater area of Fort Kent.
Congratulations, guys, on the great video. I think it showcases Fort Kent and what we are all about at the end of the day. At this point, we are pleased to have a number of distinguished guests joining us this evening. It is my pleasure to ask the following people please stand and be recognized. First, the 2019 Board of Directors. Darnell Oliver, President. Jake Armstrong, First Vice President. Courtney Depre, Second Vice President. Connie Millette, Treasurer. And as we move through the next 10 or so people, not that they're any less important, I'm going to ask that we hold our applause for the sake of time. So I'll read the next people and then we'll give them a good round of applause. Andrew Birdie, Steve Shabbat, Denise Corvo, Don Daigle, Jennifer Daigle, Lance Morin, Megan Ford, Mackenzie Roy, Nikki Shields, Mike Wazin, and Don Associate, Executive Director. Please give them a round of applause.
We're also joined this evening by a number of other individuals from the community. Please stand and be recognized. Representative John Martin. From Senator Susan Collins' office. Barbara Hazlett from Senator Jerry Golden's office. Town managers, Susie Perry, Fort Kent.
This time just changing things on the fly. I told you guys this would happen. We're ready to do past presidents. We're going back to what's here written. I would like to ask. I would like to ask all of the past presidents of the chamber that are in attendance, please stand to also be recognized. Thank you so much for your time and service.
At this time, I would like to introduce our guest speaker this evening. Professor Spiranis received his law degree from Stetson University and worked as an attorney in Florida in various capacities for over 10 years. He was an area director for a major restaurant company in the metropolitan New York before moving to Bangor with his family, where he became an award-winning managing partner at one of the area's premier restaurants. Since moving to Maine in 2003, Lee has concentrated on giving back to the community as much as possible through the charitable work and service. He is the current board chair of the Bangor Convention and Visitors Bureau, while previously serving from 2013 and 15. Additionally, he served as board chair of the Bangor Region Chamber of Commerce from 2017 through 2019. He is the treasurer of both the American Folk Festival and the Cross Insurance Advisory Group. He is the vice chair of the board of the Maine Tourism Association and a board member of Maine Hospitality and the president of the Parish Council of St. George Greek Orthodox Church. His current and past fundraising activities have included the following: MPBN, the Bangor Humane Society, and Champion the Cure Challenge for the Lafayette Cancer Center. As an advisor, Dr. S. enjoys working with his students closely in order to help them to achieve their goals. He is or has been an advisor to student government, the Hospitality Association, and college Republican clubs at Husson. He also was the assistant coach of Husson's 10-time conference championship softball team and now serves as the faculty representative to Husson's 4-time conference championship football team. Dr. S. has always been highly interested in helping students gain knowledge in the business world and hospitality industries through experimental learning. He began his teaching career at Husson in 2008. His personal interests include family life with his wife and 2 children, hiking, kayaking, and the Red Sox. Please join me in giving Lee a warm welcome and also congratulate him on his most recent accomplishment of earning the 2020 Arthur A. Comstock Award.
The pub sounds like fun. Thank you. I feel like I've done something. We all wear many hats, as you can see. I'm very well dressed at wearing multiple hats, so I feel like it's a we conversation tonight. So when I join in, thank you for inviting me. I will be saying we a lot because I believe in this area wonderfully. A restaurant that I came to Bangor for was Bugaboo Creek, and you guys all were down there all the time in 2003 to 2007. We were #1 restaurant in revenues in the entire state at the time. So thank you, the county. I guess since we're here tonight, I should say to all of you and welcome. Ladies that sang the anthems, thank you. You actually cheered me up. Those were both absolutely beautiful. Some of the Canadian anthem in French, just absolutely magnifique. Your video, wow. You know, that was a wow. And if you're not positive about that, and don't get excited about that, shame on you. That's a wow. Kathy, my very special partner, my wife, my joy, and I met down in the Key West area. So coming here tonight from Sea Sox Wharf, that's fun. We have been here before, but I must scold you folks. When we came here the first time, there was a little sign in an insurance company's parking lot behind trees, and we had to search for it. We can't wait to go see the new monument. I'm so excited to see this. We actually looked it up, and we got to make a trip over there. So don't tell me it isn't plowed out, because last bit of introduction. I am going to have some good remarks, and they're all going to be positive. So please take them in that vein. I'm a fighter. I believe in fighting. That's why I coach. That's why I teach. That's why I wear so many hats. And I don't like to wait for government to do anything. Matter of fact, I like them to get out of the way. I like to be represented. I like the people that do it. It's up to us in the business world to get things done. All right? So don't wait for government to do anything. You're going to hear them, so I'm sorry. I respect what you do, but it's our job. I'm also thrilled that the bartenders received such a large ovation because I'm way more interested in what they do. So tonight's theme is where we've been, where we are, where we are going. Where we've been, you tell me. You can tell me way better than I know. I'm in a wow mood after that video. Heuristic. And I know how to spell it. It's 4 O's. I don't put a C in there. I know how to spell it. Culture, history, beauty, education, recreation, great people, list goes on and on. You guys know that. You can tell me. And for where we are, well, tonight we're celebrating great folks and organizations. The award winners tonight are shining examples of where we are. Congratulations to all of you. Now, where we're going. Our focus tonight is to make a plan. So we need to incorporate our thoughts and picture our plan in order to create a vision for where we're going. Video's a good start. But let's celebrate community like you guys just said. We have great communities in the county. We love living here. We love our traditions. We cherish our friendships. And we want to preserve and grow. Interesting. I've talked everybody. I can do it. So we have to work together to be stronger in vision, mission, and results. The enemy is fragmentation, isolation, and divisiveness. This is not something that's stupid. This we all know, but we have to stop it. For Kent, Prescott, Caribou, Holton, all towns and villages in the county have to pull together on this. All civic organizations, chamber, tourism, development boards must have the same vision. Limited resources require more detail in your plan. Where we're going. Nobody expects 100% agreement. We need more than just a general direction, however. Ben Franklin famously stated about 13 completely distinct colonies when he said, if we do not hang together, we shall surely hang separately. We don't have enough resources up here to hang separately. We must work together. We must establish a vision of and for the county that we can live with, and most importantly, work together, be passionate about. Let's work on the mission. Once we have a vision. Let's ask ourselves, why do we exist? It's great to come to a party. That's awesome. This is amazing. I've been on a percentage basis of population. This is probably just remarkable to me. Chambers can help. They can help by working with all civic groups. And the format should be like the Knights of the Round Table. No egos, no head chairs. We all give each other help. So we start by sharing success stories. I have a Hudson grad student. I won't mention his name because he's going to kill me, but Cam. From Holton. He's 23 years old. He has 4 businesses. He has a real estate company. He builds houses. He rents apartments. He has a landscaping company and a snowplow company. He's 23 getting his MBA, and we're done in a couple months. Nothing's stopping him. We have to nurture that kind of innovation. It's there. We had a great chat, Stephanie and I, at the table in Darnell. He joined it late, Stephanie. Everybody knows we have a workforce issue. Is the word bitching a lot? Everybody's complaining about it, but we're not doing anything about it. We can do something about it, but we have to make sure that we want to accomplish something. And we do it with a louder voice by working together. It doesn't matter what party you're in. It makes no difference whatsoever when you're looking for employees, right? You can offer higher education. Education defeats poverty. We have UMFK, UMPI, Husson, Northern Maine Community College, all offering ways to start, finish, or continue your education. So do something with it. Offer pre-tax benefit packages. Send the employees back to school. Discounted rates. We just decided something with you guys, right? This is all good stuff. We all work together. If they want to go to UMPI, I'm all happy with it at Husson. We got plenty of schools and plenty of seats. What's best for the student is what we should be promoting. And what's best for the business as partners. Support internships and experiential learning. Support continuing ed. It's all part of what's called continuous improvement. Let's connect business and education and do better. Speaking of connectivity, 2003 I got to Maine. Yes, I'm from away. And I love being here. If I hear any more talk about broadband, Wi-Fi, internet, and y'all don't want to fix it, shame on you. We have some gentlemen here today who shouldn't be allowed to leave the room until they guarantee it's got to be fixed. 2003 is our gentlemen. I respect you very much. But it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous, and I bet they'd agree. If they had the power to do it themselves, they would. I guarantee you. It's ridiculous. You've got to demand it. You have to demand it. We got to have better access. Why don't people stay? Well, guess what? Rural counties that are doing well in the United States right now is because they're connected and people can live there and they can afford to live there. Rural counties are prospering if they can have access to education, if they can have jobs that pay the bills. And they can if you have good connectivity. You can be a legal worker, a medical records person. You can get your education. I teach every one of my classes in hospitality or business law is taught on Zoom. Zoom, I can teach all over the world. I had students in Brussels, Belgium. I had a student in Paris. I had a student in the Mojave Desert who went in the military. He's from Lincoln. But we have the connectivity. We have to have it all over here. You can't have dead zones and all the other silly nonsense. It's 2020. It's not 1952. Well, 59 I was born. This county can absolutely be a powerhouse because you are so special, because you all care about each other so much. Once we have technology access, we can link rural and urban connections, creating more jobs in the rural sector and more people living in the rural sector. To borrow a line from Game of Thrones, we should be saying, we the North. We need to be economically mobile and technologically sound. More education and a larger workforce are the key factors to change. We can't say, oh, we only get international students and they're not allowed to work. That's not true. There are visa programs that do allow it, but it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work. First couple of years at Bar Harbor, it was then. Filling out all that paperwork's difficult. And differentiating between J1s and B1s and B2s and QXs and all the other stuff is difficult. But if you want it bad enough, it'll happen. And you can talk to the people at Ocean Properties or with them or Lafayette down in Bar Harbor and see who works for them. Let us promote, support, and nurse small business growth, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Throughout the United States, as I said, rural areas are growing. But that's because they are connected. So let's recap. We're going to demand better technology from our politicians and service providers. Your chambers, this chamber, all the other chambers in the county, have friends. I will guarantee you as past chair and as current community council chair, and that Bangor will help you if you want anything. We're not reaching in. We're not sticking our nose where it doesn't belong. We'll help you. I guarantee you the Maine State Chamber will help. And I guarantee you have stuff to help us with. I guarantee it, that there's stuff that you can help us with. So make sure those lines of communication are open and used. We all have similar issues of impact to work through, and together we have a far better chance for positive results. We must be collaborative, not divisive, in order to plan and implement properly. So where are we going? That requires a vision. Let's create a dream. It requires a mission. Make sure we know why we exist and how we're going to achieve our dream. It requires determining strategic priorities. That means, where's our focus? Have passion for your vision. There's no more passion ever than I just saw in that video. And the way you reacted to it. Your ownership, your heart, your feeling was there. Barry and Steve, thank you for your hospitality this evening. All of you folks in this room are so terrific to live in such a special place. You have to work together to succeed. We've had success in other places in Maine by working together, not by separating. We brought Maine Restaurant Association, Maine Innkeepers Association together. It took 5 years, but we did it, and we're stronger for it. With unity of purpose and passion and mission, there's enough strength that you will all succeed. Merci, God bless, and thank you.
Before you sit down, I will say that that is one of the more passionate speeches that we have heard at this chamber dinner. Thank you for that. Please come forward to accept a token of appreciation from your Chamber of Commerce. Another fun fact for those of you that are sitting here and just watching Lee's speech, my wife looked at me and she said, I recognized him. And Lee was actually her boss when we decided to take some time away from Fort Kent, but decided ultimately this was going to be home. And we moved back after Lee was her boss at Muggle Creek. And for those of you that know my wife, they all have nicknames for their servers, and hers was Giggles. I don't know if that's going to go over well. She's dealt with me long enough. At this time, I will ask all of you to turn to page 6 of your annual report for the 72nd annual meeting of the Greater Fort Kent Area Chamber of Commerce. To conduct this meeting, I call upon 2019 Chamber President Darnell Oliver.
This is really done. Okay. So I see the board members are making their way down. Please come forward. We got an amazing meal, very delicious. Sorry about that. I got some remnants. Also had a very passionate speech, so thank you so much. But now what we've all come here for, no further ado, the 72nd annual meeting. The guys did not come here for it? All right. So no further ado, Anybody? I'd like to call 72nd annual meeting. Mackenzie.
I made it, Darnell.
I made it. Now that we are all seated and ready, I'd like to call this 72nd annual meeting to order. I've been waiting to do that for 2 years. So let me remind everyone present that this is a membership meeting. And all members and member associates are present. All the representatives, along with Chamber Board of Directors, are eligible to move meeting agenda items forward. You got a question? Okay. So you have the right to move agenda items, and you do have the right to vote. So I will accept yay votes for the raise of the hand above the ear. So you have to raise your hand. If you do move a motion, goodness, has anyone else heard that? It's just me. Got to be closer?
Yeah. You're electric. Speak.
I feel like very low. You're very intimate. It's so close to me. If you feel uncomfortable with my closeness, please bear with me. Peter has suggested Thank you very much. So the second item for this evening is the approval of the agenda. Page 6. So, as I was saying earlier, for the ones up front, if you do move a motion, and the lighting is very difficult for me to see everyone, and I might not know your name. So, if you feel comfortable with raising your hand and moving the motion, maybe just let me know the name so that Donna can get it in the minutes. I might not be able to see you that well, so just, Jake, hey, motion, move, just so that we can get that in the records. Otherwise, it's all going to be Stephanie or Kevin. Okay, so we do have a motion on the floor. Is there a second? Second by Susan. Oh, it's two Susans, so Susan. So we do have a motion on the floor to approve the agenda. Is there any discussion? All in favor, above the ear? Any opposed? Motion moved. Motion moved. Please don't make fun of me, I'm very nervous. I'm under a lot of pressure here, people. The third item on our agenda is approval of the minutes. So we did the agenda, now we're doing the minutes. To present that, we have our Executive Director, Ms. Donna.
I am pleased to present for consideration to the membership of the Greater Fort Kent Area Chamber of Commerce the minutes of the 71st annual meeting of the Chamber held at the Fort Kent Knights of Columbus Hall on Friday, February 1, 2019. The minutes of said meeting can be found on page 7 of your annual report. Thank you.
Thank you, Donna. I will now entertain a motion to approve the minutes. Travis, the motion first and second. Susie. The motion on the floor has been second approved there. Is there any discussion? No discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, so moved.
The fourth item on our annual meeting agenda is the approval of the treasurer's report. To present that treasurer's report, I have Ms. Connie Willett.
On behalf of the Greater Fort Kent Area Chamber of Commerce, it is my distinct honor to present to the membership the 2019 financial report for your consideration. The report can be found on pages 8 through 10 of your annual report. Thank you.
Thank you, Connie. For all those that are looking at that report, it just shows that some came in and some went out. So I would entertain the motion. Lance is so eagerly approved that. So there's a second. Okay, so with that, is there any discussion? Please review that before you decide not to. No discussion, I will take it. All in favor? Any opposed? I see a lot of you have decided not to vote, but that's okay. So moved, it's also approved. The next item on the agenda is the election of the 2020 nominated Board of Directors. For this, I will call upon the lovely Susie Perrier.
Thank you, Darnell. On behalf of the Greater Fort Kent Area Chamber of Commerce, it is my pleasure to nominate the following individuals for election to the Board of Directors. I ask that you please stand as your name is called and remain standing until the vote is taken. For 3-year terms, beginning in February 2020, Jennifer Daigle, representing Lakeview Restaurant. This is Jennifer's second term. Tammy Delisle, representing University of Maine at Fort Kent, and this is Tammy's first term. These are the candidates for election to the Board of Directors.
Thank you, Susie. The proposed candidates for election has been presented. Do I have a motion to accept? Norm has accepted. Second by Connie. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Speak now or forever hold your peace. So true. Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations to both Jen and Tammy. It is now my pleasure to present for consideration of the membership of the Greater Fort Kent Area Chamber of Commerce the proposed slate of officers for 2020. Will the candidates please stand as your name is called and remain standing through the election? Darnell Oliver, President. Don Daigle, First Vice President. Courtney Depre, Second Vice President. Connie Willett, Treasurer. These are the candidates for election to the Executive Board of the Chamber.
Thank you once again, Susan. I will now entertain a motion to accept the slate as presented. Jake, second. Travis. There's been voted for the motion and second. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? So moved. Congratulations. Looks like you're stuck in. So, you guys are looking at me with starry eyes, but the final business before our membership meeting this evening is adjournment. I will now entertain a motion to adjourn. Second, no seconds, okay. Any discussion? No discussion, okay, so all in favor? Okay, so consider yourselves dismissed.
So if you all have ever wondered what it's like to be a Lions Club member, you just found out. I don't have a very white voice, but I will move on with the rest of what we have to do here tonight. It is incumbent upon the President of the Chamber to report to the membership on the organization's most recent year of service. It is my pleasure to again, without the very white voice, to call upon in honor of Stephanie, because she was, Darnell Oliver to deliver the State of the Chamber address.
Thank you, thank you. To all the members, friends, associates, our distinguished guests, and of course, you too, Travis. The pleasure is all mine as I stand before you on such a joyous occasion. First, I thank you for this opportunity to serve as your president. It is truly an honor and a privilege to collaborate with such an amazingly dedicated group of individuals who are compassionate about the success and growth of our greater Fort Kent area businesses and communities. 2019 came and went, a little bit too fast, some might say. But well, you know what happens when you're having fun, the time flies. The Spring Fling, the Pond Fest of Wallagrass, the St. Francis Family Fun Day, the Fish River Powwow, the French River 150th celebration, St. Agat's Summerfest, the Fort Kent 150th celebration, along with the Ploy Fest and the Muskie Derby, the Portage Summer Roundup with the Whoopie Pie Fest, the Scarecrow Fest and the UMFK Homecoming, the Fire Department 100th celebration, the Knights of Columbus 100th celebration, Christmas tree lighting, the craft fair, and a few more that I know that I just couldn't remember to write down. Well, a lot of those events happened over the summer, so you can imagine that those were 2 jam-packed weeks. So I'm not the only one that thought that summer was too much. Well, we have definitely had a wonderful year with an array of successful events. In addition to those wonderful events, the Greater Fort Kent Area Chamber of Commerce, along with Hudson University, is cooperating to provide an MOU, a Memorandum of Understanding, that would allow the chamber members and employees to receive a discount for tuition applied toward the MBA degree. Now, the success of these events I've mentioned and these ventures are made possible because of the support of our members through financial contributions, of course, but most importantly, by the countless hours of volunteered or voluntold hours. So to our members, thank you for all that you do to help and support our local economy. Now, when I think about the theme for tonight and where we've been, where we are, and where we're going, Don Dion, who's usually talking a lot during these meetings, asked me, so I was like, please, Darnell, can you just allow me to say one thing about the stairs? Because I want to mention how we've improved. And I'm going to allow him that time, because if I don't, I'll never hear the end of it.
Don't believe him. I didn't get on my hands and knees to beg. But I will say this. Last year, when I came here to do a presentation, I had broken my leg in Thanksgiving, and I had rods and screws and all that kind of stuff. And so the first day off crutches, I had to come here. And I commented when I climbed up here that there was no railings, no handrails, nothing. Now there's this beautiful railing, 3 sets of handrails. So the motto to this story is, it pays to complain. And I can say that now because I'm no longer the town manager, but there are 3 communities represented here this evening: Portage, St. Agathe, Frenchville, Allagash, Fort Kent. They'll listen to your complaints all day. And we have our folks from the state, Representative Martin, Senator Jackson. Go ahead, complain to them. And we won't forget the federal people, especially with the disaster that's going on right now. But Congressman Golden and Senator King and Senator Collins, they'll listen to your complaints. But I'll say one thing: do it with respect. Thank you.
Well, in closing, I'd like to just go back to that whole where we've been, where we are, and where we're going, and just think about an analogy that I used to have growing up. And I like to travel a lot, so I always would grab a map, and then I would think about people giving me directions, or me giving someone directions. So 2 things that I always want to know when I was getting ready to go somewhere. It's like, where am I starting from, and where am I going? But then when I came to Fort Kent, I knew that I needed to know where I had been or where other people had gone. Because you say, hey, well, take a right next to Daigle's Barn. I was like, I don't know where Daigle's Barn is. So I think one of those things, I'm saying, where we've been, where we are, and where we're going, it's kind of like that map analogy. So anytime, and that's what the chamber is here for you guys. We're that map. We're like the travel guide. So as your businesses grow and aspire to do new things, just let us know where you are and where you want to go. And we will do what we can to help you get there. So, thank you.
I do wing it, but there's certain things that I have to do. Yeah, Darnell gave a great speech. I'll give him that. He totally forgot that he was next, but looked at me to come up here. This is what I'm going to say, though, while I have to say it, and I mean what I say when I say it. Darnell's not from around here. I don't know if anybody noticed that when he was here. I don't know if anybody noticed the difference in the way he pronunciates things, the way he tries to speak French. But I've always thought this about Darnell, and I mean this. And I meant it when he was the president of the Lions Club, and I mean it in front of you guys here tonight. And I mean, we're going to be here long enough. Darnell's going to speak fast from now on. But he's what Fort Kent's all about. He's not from around here, but he's the president of our chamber. He was the president of the Lions Club. We should think about that for a little bit. and get involved, do what we need to do to make sure that we promote our area and that our kids have a great place to live in. So Darnell, you're next. I want to call in some reinforcements. At this time, I will present the award given to outgoing board members with 6 or more years of service to the Greater Fort Kent Area Chamber of Commerce. Yes. Megan Lord. As Megan makes her way down, I'm supposed to say something nice about Megan. But Megan told me, don't say anything that's going to embarrass me, so I guess I won't say anything. But I do want to thank Megan for all of her time and dedication and sacrifice, and thanks Bruce. So even though this is Megan's last official meeting, and this is not the last time that she will be participating and helping out with the chamber, I've already got her to commit to that. So thank you. So, it's hard to find people that can read your mind. So at this time, I'm going to take a detour off of the normal schedule, and I don't have enough time? Yeah, no, I'm the president. I should have thought about that before you voted. There is one special person that I would like to recognize at this time, a person who supported me becoming president last year, and who was about to beat me for being president this year. I want to thank her. That's you. Thank you, Stephanie, for allowing this to happen. Please come up. So one of the things for me is like where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. When Stephanie was president of the chamber, and yes, she was president of the chamber, there was no Donna. Donna was hired by Stephanie. And there's no way that I could be president without the assistance and the help that Donna has provided. So while Donna is here to help me present this to Stephanie, Stephanie is here to help me present the President's Award to Donna. Thank you. So this is a surprise to everyone because I had this specially made and I kept it in my own bag. But anyway, thank you so much, Donna. Yeah, I can't say enough. Thank you so much. I'm so happy.
it's Travis time. I can't even see straight.
We're going to need to practice a little bit more next year. Congratulations to everybody that just earned awards. They are all truly deserving. I was going to use a bigger word than that, but that's okay. At this time, I would like to call upon Connie Willette to present this year's Chamber Awards.
Okay, here we go. Award winners, as you come forward, please use the center of the stage. It's the easiest way to come up. Tonight we are presenting a Heritage Award. Honesty, personal customer service, and reliability are just a few core values that this member practices in their operations. One customer testimonial online notes, "Great selection and customer service. I wouldn't shop anywhere else." This is just one example, and I am sure that most of us sitting here tonight have made a last-minute Christmas gift purchase or went researching or shopping for another meaningful event. The small storefront is jam-packed with product for all ages, and if by chance they don't have it on site, they will go above and beyond to find just what you're looking for, or Norm will make it himself. 27 years of being in business is quite an accomplishment, especially in the current retail climate. You can see and feel the pride when you walk into their store. Always organized, knowledgeable staff, and they always do their best, oftentimes behind the scenes, supporting their local community. Not to mention fulfilling our last-minute requests when we lose our name tag. It is with great pleasure we present the 2019 Business Heritage Award to Albert's Jewelry and Awards. Congratulations to Norman and Gabrielle on your long-standing business commitment and community and chamber support throughout the years. Norman and Gabby, please come forward and accept this beautiful cribbage board made by Bread Roulette Woodworks.
Two things to say. The last 2 years, they surprised me at the American Legion, my 60th birthday, and they said the guy had rented the place, so I was there Monday washing the floor. I helped bring in the balloons, and the party was for me. Tonight, I was wondering why they were telling me I had a free ticket. Well, I want to thank the whole community, because if it wouldn't be for you people, we
The next award we're presenting this evening is the Workmanship Award. I want to start by thanking you, the leaders in this audience. Many of the leaders in this room have high stress, daily challenges, and long, unpredictable hours. But tonight we are here to acknowledge some very special individuals. In a few words to describe these people would be dedication, teamwork, and execution. These individuals are on call 24/7. And many do not realize the multiple tasks they are responsible for. They are at beck and call of their supervisors for the safety of the people who reside in their communities. Tonight we celebrate the Public Works Departments. Public safety is a key component to any community. The safety and beautification of our communities is a top priority for these individuals. Oh, so many hats they wear. And anybody who comes to the county can tell when you get to the county. Everything is clean and neat and it looks great. In the winter months, many times we are either in our homes or at work, and our public works employees are out all hours of the day or night ensuring road safety. The many responsibilities from the many miles of road maintenance, such as salting, snow plowing, and paving. Not to forget road sweeping, dust control of the roads. Some of our communities have even added responsibilities to prepare during springtime for possible flooding. Still, other responsibilities are maintenance of signs, year-round hanging of our banners and flags, watering the town's flowers, taking the docks in and out at boat landings, and readiness in our downtowns for year-round community events. They are truly to be commended for their countless hours, their dedication and dependability. That is the reason we are celebrating them this evening. This award exemplifies and depicts community. Congratulations to each and every one of you tonight, a well-deserved honor, and we should all be so proud of the work you do for the communities of Fort Kent, Frenchville, St. Agatha, and Portage. We thank you. Can I have a representative from each of the towns come forward? Next award this evening is our Small Business Award. One of my favorite quotes from one of the Dr. Seuss books is, "The more you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go." This small business owner had a vision to provide a unique hidden gem nestled between two rivers that could cater to all ages near and far. A charming little place to visit, offering a warm welcome, special gifts, and a bestseller that will be sure to nourish your mind. They have encouraged and promoted chamber-sponsored events, activities, faithfully, and have inspired other members to participate as well. This member's enthusiasm, collaboration, ideas, and initiative have not gone unnoticed from Where's Waldo, Girl Power, various book signings, Bogan Bucks, Grinchmas Launch, and Tasting Tuesdays are just to name a few examples this past year alone. And did you know that Fort Kent is home to the most northeastern independently owned bookstore? It is with great pleasure we present the 2019 Small Business Award to Bogan Books. Congratulations, Heidi and Jason Carter, on making your vision a reality.
And most importantly, there's been a lot of businesses that have done things with me That has been exactly what I wanted to do, and that was to help build community. And you know who you are. I can't possibly remember all of you right now, but I just want to thank you all for joining in with me, because it's been a wonderful experience. And I hope to do more. So thank you. Our final award of the evening, Member of the Year. Oh, sorry, I skipped one. Back up. Rewind. Community Spirit Award, not our final. One more. In 1923, the first Walt Disney Studio was set up in a one-car garage out behind Walt's uncle's house. In 1969, a 16-year-old making scented candles out of melted crayons in his mom's garage grew to what is now known as Yankee Candle Company. The Nike Moon shoes, the first Nike shoes worn in competition during the 1972 U.S. Olympic trials, were made in a waffle iron in the home of one of Nike's co-founders. Now, our next award winner may not have grown into a multi-million-dollar empire, but their impact in this valley can be equated to the impact that previously mentioned industries have made in the global market. In the early 1900s, WFK-TV Channel 4, the channel for everyone, came into being. It started off with a group of citizens understanding the need to correspond local news and public service announcements, entertainment and events to Fort Kent and later to surrounding communities in the greater Fort Kent area. As with other great startups, the station's original location was out of a closet in one of the founders' homes. It later moved to a shed-like building in the Sears parking lot, then to its current location on 11 West Main Street, all provided to the residents of the greater Fort Kent area through volunteers, grants, and generous local donors. Although mostly public service announcements in the beginning, this station has grown to cover school sports, a variety of local talent presentations, town council meetings, local events such as this one tonight, where we had the scroll on this screen, and oral historical interviews that are now archived as artifacts of local history. They maintain a website, live stream high school games on Facebook, and manage their own YouTube channel, keeping all citizens, current and former, of the greater Fort Kent area informed and connected in a way that no other source can. They showcase us to the world, and for all of their hard work, we are very grateful. It is a privilege to acknowledge WFK-TV4 with the Community Spirit Award. Will Don Raymond please come forward?
Thank you very much for the award. You know, we have so much in the valley. We saw the video, and if we look around, and that's what the TV station tries to do, is to bring out things that we have that we don't see, but it's all around us. And so continue watching channel, and I know we get moved around on the cable. We're now at 1,301. A long ways from Channel 4. Thank you very much.
And now our final award of the evening, Member of the Year. The Chamber of Commerce awards one of its members with the Chamber Member of the Year Award, a truly important and prestigious honor. Criteria that are considered when selecting the recipient is how this member impacts our community, exhibits selflessness, and gives back to our community. This business brings so many things to our community, from happiness and joy to comfort and warmth
In the 7 short years of ownership, this business has accomplished so much. To be a successful small business in the St. John Valley, you need to be creative and think outside the box. They expanded to provide items locally that before we would have to travel for, such as heating units, pellets, and coal, and rental and design services for weddings and events. They have increased their line of sales to include home decor and essential oils. But not only have they become a great resource for the community, they have also done many things for the community. They have worked with students and helped to provide over 100 of SCIDA hats to cancer patients at Northern Maine Medical Center. And this past summer, donated over 40 blockhouse planters to beautify Fort Kent during its 150th anniversary. This business is definitely a family business with their long-standing, committed employees who you would think are family, to actual family members, warmly greeting you as you walk in the door. On weekends, it is common to see Kerr making flower arrangements and Zoel running bags, and the children, Maddie and Will, behind the counter. They recently expanded by adding another building and increased the variety of flowers, trees, and shrubs they sell. Craig and Missy are busybodies, with Missy being a full-time teacher and Craig taking care of the store. They also donate much of their personal time and financial support to organizations and events that are important to our community, like the Can-Am, Lions Club, High School Green Bean Club. Business owners like Craig and Missy Pelletier, Pelletier's Florist and Greenhouse, are essential to the success of our community. Therefore, we would like to recognize Pelletier's Florist as this year's Member of the Year. One can get confused.
We'd like to thank everybody who supports us every day. Kind of little joke or inside joke is that 7 years ago when we bought this business, it was Rob and Gloria, and their little guy was being babysat at the same daycare as our children. And I said to them one day, if ever you would want to sell your business, we really would be interested. And I said to Craig, like, I'm not a business person, but that would be the business I would want to own. So not long after, they came to us and asked if we were interested. And so the joke now is that he's living my dream. So I'm still teaching school full time, and he's at the store where I really want to be. But someday, hopefully, we'll be there together. But thank you guys very much for all your support.
Hey guys, just real quickly, this means absolutely nothing without all of you. Because of you guys, we're here. So thank you. It's always a pleasure to serve you guys. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you, Connie, Courtney. Congratulations to all of our award winners. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to call upon Mr. Norman Fournier to bestow the highest honor given annually to one of our citizens, to present the 2019 Citizen of the Year Award.
Thank you, Travis. Good evening.
moment many of you have been waiting for has arrived. As a past recipient of this distinction, it gives me great pleasure and it's truly an honor for me to be your presenter for this year's Citizen of the Year Award. In order to be considered for this award, a nomination must be received by the committee. The individual must reside in the Greater Fort Kent Chamber of Commerce service area, must be a minimum of 45 years of age, must have made significant impact on the lives of the citizens of the region, and most of all, demonstrated continuous volunteer service to the region. All for the greater good of this area, the citizens of our communities, and not for personal financial gain by the recipient. Our region is blessed with a high level of volunteerism and community involvement. Without this, our region would not be as special as it is. Again, this year's recipient is a prime example of what makes us special. Each year, the committee, which is made up of past recipients of the award, meets to review the nominations that have been received. This year, over 15 recipients reviewed and discussed the nominations and then voted by secret ballot to select this year's recipient. In your brochure on page 22, you have a list of past honorees, many of whom have completed their service to our region and are no longer with us. At this time, I would like to recognize the former recipients of this prestigious award that continue to be part of our region and continue to serve the needs of our area in various capacities. I would ask that those individuals that are present this evening to please stand when your name is announced and to remain standing until I have completed the announcement. In addition, I would ask the audience to please withhold your applause until the very end. Emery Legs Laddie, Carlton Savage, Alban Bouchard, Bruce Freeman, Phil Soucy, Dr. Paul Johnson, Dan Nichols, Dr. Mark Shasson, Gary Soucy, Marlene Fuller, Claude Dumo, Mickey Levesque, Ben Perry, Rita Kinel, Ken Dewey Misha, Lucian and Marie Terrier, Carl Terrier, Alan Dow, Don Gimo, Francis Labrie, Paul Bouchard, James Thibodeau, Nancy Thibodeau, Ellery Arms Labby, Patricia Dow, Laura Audebert, Don and Anna Raymond, Dan Bianco, Norman Martin, and last year's Citizen of the Year, Kelly Martin. Please give them a round. Historically, the announcement of the honoree is kept secret until the very end. I will attempt to abide by this, but I expect that some of you present here tonight will figure this out before the end. At this time, I'd like to read a paragraph from the nomination form which states the reason for the nomination, and I quote, What makes this remarkable lady stand out from the crowd is her devotion to serving others. When talking to people in the area about who has contributed so much to the community, this name is always mentioned at the top of the list. It goes on to say, this is one of the most phenomenal individuals I have ever had the good pleasure of knowing and serving on many a committee with. You need not worry if you have asked this vivacious woman to take something on, because if she has agreed to do something or take control, it will be done 100% plus. Besides the numerous committees / clubs that she is part of, she is one of the most humanitarian, kind souls I know. She has a tender spot for the underprivileged and believes everyone is important to our existence, no matter what they may have for a title. Hint number 1, if you are a male, you're out of luck. So we've just eliminated half of the audience tonight. 125 of you have been eliminated. Hint number 2, if you are not a graduate of Fort Kent Community High School, you are not the honoree. We've just eliminated about 44 people looking around the room. So we're down to 81 individuals in this room. The odds are better than the lottery, so you still have a chance. Hint number 3, if you have served in the leadership position with the Greater Fort Kent Area Chamber of Commerce, you are still in the running. Hint number 4, if your community involvement has been with over 20 different organizations in the past 30 years, you might be the honoree. Our honorees community service is extensive. I will not go through the whole list, but name a few. Can-Am Sled Dog Races, a board member, a treasurer, and an advisor, 1992 to 2016. Wallagrass Fort Kent Elementary PTA president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, 1984 to 2005. St. John Valley Oral Health Stakeholders, committee member, 2014-2018. Greater Fort Kent Area Chamber of Commerce, board member, past president, vice president, first vice president, 2010 to 2018. St. John Vianney Parish Council, past president, secretary. Fort Kent Fire Department, ladies auxiliary, president, secretary. Columbia's vice president, secretary, treasurer. Twin Rivers Boosters Club, board of directors, and the chair of the soccer field lighting project, 1998-2002. Top Team Northern Aroostook, you probably figured it out by now. Top Team Northern Aroostook Drug and Alcohol Awareness Team member, 1986-1997. Past chairman of the Christmas Giving Tree Project, America's First Mile board member, hospice volunteer, 2008 to the present. Camp Sunshine volunteer, 2008 to the present. Edgar J. Parody Cancer Fund volunteer, 2010 to the present. Good Shepherd Thrift Shop volunteer. Fort Kent Food Pantry volunteer. Fish River Rural Health Food Shelf Committee member. And folks, the list goes on. In summary, no matter how crazy busy she is, and how she gets it all done with such finesse, she is always ready to offer a helping hand and goes out of her way to avoid any attention to herself. She always says how proud of this community she is and what it stands for. In addition to all her volunteering with different organizations, she has helped numerous friends battling cancer and other life-threatening illnesses, has stepped up to help with many fundraisers for needy community members and many other solid offerings. A close friend offers this remark to describe Augury. Her soul is fed on selfless acts of kindness. Her soul is fed by selfless acts of kindness. What a tribute. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating this year's Citizen of the Year. On behalf of the Chamber of Commerce 2020 Greater Fort Kent Area Chamber of Commerce Citizenship Award presented to Norma Landry in recognition of her outstanding contribution of time, talent, and effort to the welfare of our area community. Congratulations. Maine legislative sentiments are significant expressions of the sense of the Maine legislature. They are a public declaration that honors a personal achievement. At this time, I would like to invite Representative John Martin and Senator Troy Jackson to come forward for their presentation.
You know, it is amazing that both Troy and I serve on the Fisher Board, of which she is an employee, but we had nothing to do with it. I just want to make that clear.
It's easy to serve on the board.
I also want to point out that this will appear in the Legislative Journal. I learned about 6 years ago never to do it before the event. So it will appear on the House Journal on Tuesday. And so Monday night you go check the internet and you'll find it there. And then on Thursday it will appear in the Senate Journal. But that's to make sure that we keep this a secret. Because I learned 5 or 6 years ago that someone got on to the trick. And so I had to figure out another way to deal with it. So it reads as follows. And I also want to congratulate everyone who participated in winning awards tonight, well deserved. But this reads, State of Maine be known to all, the members of the Senate and House of Representatives join in recognizing Norma Landry of Fort Kent, Director of the Dental Program for Fisher Rural Health, who's been named the Greater Fort Kent Area Citizen of the Year for extensive and devoted community service. We extend our congratulations and best wishes, and be it ordered that this official expression of sentiment be forthwith on behalf of the 129th Legislature and the people of the state of Maine, sponsored by myself and Senator Jackson. So this is yours for you to hang wherever you want to put it. Our congratulations.
I'm not really one that's often without words, but right now, and I'm never cold, and tonight I was cold. Well, thank you for taking care of that. I'm very humbled. I don't ever do what I do to do it. I do it because I really feel. You're rarely ever going to hear me say if I did something that I'm going to complain after. I do something, I do it with my heart. But I could never do what I do without my partner. Andre is my sidekick. He's my best friend. And we've raised our daughters, and I have one here who traveled from Bangalore. My other daughter is an educator. I have some family, I have friends. And a lot of you here, I could never do because you've been my partners in crime. When I do something, and I think in order to be a good leader, you have to trust and rely on the people that are around you. And I've always said things are not big if you have others help you. But my husband is my driving force. We don't ever do anything that we don't agree on together. And our daughters have always been along right beside us. And usually when you see one of us, you see the whole gang, because we've always done things as a family. And I've always been very proud of how my girls have continued. If something's happening, Mom, what can we do? And if there's ever, like they say, if you ever want to know your success, it's the people who you love, what they do every day. But I also can't stop and not thank God for what I do, because I'm not, anybody who really knows me knows I don't sleep very much. And I'll be the first to say that sleeping is a waste of time. But I have a lot of talks with the man above, and I look for his guidance, and he's guided me a lot. I have a wonderful work family who, they're as bad as I am when I'm out and I have a foolish idea in my head. And I can't believe if they knew about this that they didn't say anything to me. We're gonna have some serious conversations after though. I can make their life extremely miserable. But thank you all very much, and there's a lot to be said for this community. I've always been a huge part of it, and I will always continue for as long as I'm able to. I'm very grateful and for the support always of my family, my work family, and my home family. And thank you all very much.
I was just yelled at by 1, 2, 3, 4, no, you guys weren't involved, 5, 6, 7, 8 people saying, Travis, I think you're next. So we've been here, we've seen all the awards. Thank you guys for coming. I have something that is typed here that I have to say. Forgive me for having to say it. But before we wrap up this evening, we will draw a door prize. We would like to extend a special thank you to the annual dinner committee members, Connie Willette, Denise Plord, Denise Corvo, Jennifer Daigle, Courtney Dupre, Donna Saucier for the planning of this wonderful event. I think we could all give them a round of applause. Susan Tardy in the University of Maine for the Fort Kent for the compilation of the annual report. Warren Harvey and the Knights of Columbus. None other than Mr. Justin Dubois for graciously filling in for Deacon Lewis this evening. Thank you, Justin. Chris Michaud, Joanne Lavoie, and the Fort Kent Historical Society for the photos in our annual booklet, and Don Raymond for the scroll enjoyed on the overhead projector this evening. Also a big, I'm gonna mess your last name up. Also a big thank you to our keynote speaker, Lee Spironis. Boom! Thank you for the help, Lee. They made me say it 4 times before I started speaking tonight, but I forgot it. Congratulations, Darnell. I'm sorry, Stephanie. To the board of directors, thank you for all you guys do. Congratulations to all the award winners this evening. Thank you, Jen, for helping me. Next year we will practice more. I hope that you all have a wonderful evening and a safe trip home. Without further ado, though, we do have a raffle. Everybody, when you enter, put your name into a bowl. And I believe I've been here for 10 years. And we got a first-time attendee and a first-time recipient of the award. And I will say that his daughter did a wonderful rendition of the Canadian national anthem. Robbie Moore. So thank you all for being involved. Have a good evening, and we'll see you next year.